I'll just jot it down. It will be very helpful sending the issues to the permanent memory. Now, if you have the notebooks with you, how did we start? We started with constitutional provision. So, what do you remember about constitutional provision? What were the main things, what articles we learned? We learned about Article 16. So, 16.1 was guarantee of equality. Isn't it? I am writing a little short, but just to recall. And then we learned about Clause 4. What was Clause 4? Yeah, very good. Reservation, basically we can write in short, reservation in direct recruitment. And then we learned about 4A. This was a reservation in promotion. So if you quickly recap, these were the short things we must remember when we are talking about direct recruitment, reservation, etc. Then we talked about 4B. What was 4B? What was 4B? What do you remember in 4B? What ceiling of 50%? I am not clear what you are saying. 50%. It was simply saying that the limit of 50% is applicable on current year vacancy, but it is not applicable on backlog vacancy. That's what you have to remember. What it is saying, it is putting a cap that you cannot reserve more than 50% of the vacancies any year for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC. So it is putting a limit, 50% limit. And the only exception it is making, 16.4b, when you are putting that limit, don't count previous year vacancy when you are calculating this 50%. So the limit of 50% is not applicable on backlog. Limit of 50% is not applicable on backlog. But it is very much applicable on current year vacancy. This is what you have to remember. And I did an example, I showed you that if two scheduled castes go away, we cannot fill both by scheduled caste, we will have to give one to scheduled caste, one to UR. Because of 16.4b. Let us be very clear on this. You don't require any department's order, you don't require any individual's guidance, wisdom. It is written in the constitution itself, which is applicable to all government, state government, or everybody. But don't look at me like this. We have done it yesterday. You're looking at me as if you have learned this, listening to this first time. This might be the 10th time I am repeating it. So the limit of 50% is not applicable on backlog, but the limit of 50% is applicable very much on the current year vacancy. What else we learned? 4B. Then clause 6, which now provides reservation for EWS 10%. 16, clause 6. Yes or no? So clause 6 says that this was the sum and substance of the Article 16. So Article 16, clause 1, clause 4, clause 4a, clause 4b, clause 6. And I also told you, when you go back, please read clause 3, which I am 100% sure you would not have read it. And you should also read clause 5 when you get time. So I'll keep that as homework. Alright, then what did we learn? This was one of the important chunk in what we learned yesterday. Then we talked about the percentage. We said percentage in Goa is this applicable in all levels in direct recruitment. But in promotion, it is applicable only up to the Group A post. Once a person reaches a Group A post, thereafter there is no reservation in promotion. So reservation in promotion is limited up to reaching Group A post. Okay? Then I talked about rosters. So what did we learn in rosters? What do you remember in rosters? Whatever comes to your mind, tell me, what did you learn? Vacancies or posts, let's say. Yeah. Very important. If the number of posts in Goa in a cadre is less than 50, we follow that rotational system. But we don't follow rotational system if the number of posts are 50, 51, 52, 53. Because we can straight away calculate the number of SCST required and give them reservation straight away. Did you read chapter 4 and 5? Ashank, Ashank, did you tell them that? But that's okay. They don't read it, our responsibility is over. But our responsibility is to tell them to read it. So how many did read chapter 4 and 5? Good. I am really happy that you did not. So you can start with a clean slate today. Had you read it, it would have prejudiced you into thinking into one particular way. So that's good. Yes, you wanted a question.
Hello.
Please understand, now we are doing a recap. We are only doing a recap of what we learned yesterday. Yeah.
So it's like if we start with a roster and we have 2 to 49 posts, and once we cross 50, then we have to start with register.
No, why? You see, what we learned in the roster yesterday was, if the cadre strength of that particular post is 2 to 49, we follow rosters. And if the cadre strength of a particular post is 50 or above, we follow registers. In Government of India, these numbers are different, obviously because the percentage is different. So as long as the number of posts remains below 50, we will follow rosters.
After we cross 50, sir, if we got some more posts.
If the number of posts, after 50 means what? After 50, don't say after 50. Suddenly the government creates more number of posts. So obviously you will now fall here. So why you are saying after 50? It could be after 3 only. Suppose you have 3 posts and the government sanctions you 50 more posts. So it becomes 53 posts. The moment it becomes 53 posts, you come here. You follow this. You see, you have to understand why we are following these two systems. If you have to try your best to understand. It is very simple, but I don't know why it takes time. Either I am failing or I fail every time. Why we are following these two systems? Tell me this. Huh? You cannot give reservation to all. When people don't understand this, I tell them to take the extreme position. Let us say you have only 2 posts. This is what I took yesterday example. If you have 2 posts, how will you apply reservation? This is what I asked all of you. मैंने आपसे ये पूछा था ना कल कि अगर आपके पास 2 पोस्टें हैं तो आप आरक्षण कैसे देंगे? आप ये बताइए ना कैसे देंगे? आई मेक यू द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, मैं सब कुछ बोल दिया, गला फाड़ दिया, सारा एग्जाम्पल ले लिया. अगर आपके पास 2 पोस्टें हैं तो आप आरक्षण कैसे देंगे?
So if we get more sanction posts, like if we reach on 60 posts, then we have to close the roster and start with the register.
You don't have to close the roster, you can only delete the column 2. What was the difference in format in register and roster?
There's only one column also.
So that just delete that and keep on writing.
Continue the same.
It's a very theoretical way question की पोस्ट बनेगा. कौन सरकार में पोस्ट बनता है क्या? बनता है. तो ऐसा कि हुआ है कि 49 क्रॉस करके 50 पहुंच गया हो. हाँ तो it happens, so what is the big deal? अगर हो जाता है तो मुश्किल क्या है? आपको रोटेशन नहीं करना है. मान लीजिए आपके पास 2 पोस्ट है, तो 2 पोस्ट के लिए रिजर्वेशन कैसे करेंगे आप? रोटेशन करेंगे. अब मान लीजिए कल को किसी को बहुत बड़ा ख्याल आता है कि भाई यहाँ 2 की जगह 200 पोस्ट बना दो, तो व्हाट इज द बिग डील? टेल मी व्हाट इज द बिग डील? 2 की जगह 200 पोस्ट बन जाएगा. 200 में से आपको 4 SC लेने हैं, 24 शेड्यूल ट्राइब लेने हैं और 54 ओबीसी लेने हैं. काम खत्म हो गया. तो अगर आपके पास 2 पोस्ट है तो आप इस तरह से रिजर्वेशन दे रहे थे, तो आपने क्या किया होगा? 2 अनरिजर्व रिक्रूट किया होगा. लेट अस से 2023 में 2 पोस्ट है आपके पास, आपने जो पूछा उसी का जवाब दे रहा हूं। आपके पास 2 पोस्ट है और 2023 में आपने 2 रिक्रूटमेंट कर लिया, दोनों अनरिजर्व से किया। क्यों किया दोनों अनरिजर्व से? क्योंकि नहीं, 2 वैकेंसी नहीं, रोस्टर में पहला दोनों पॉइंट अनरिजर्व के लिए है, इसलिए आपने दोनों अनरिजर्व से करा। वहां कोई बोलेगा एक एससी से भर लो, कोई बोलेगा एक एसटी से भर लो, एक ओबीसी से भर लो, कुछ नहीं करना। हमें क्या करना है, रोस्टर में 2 पॉइंट यू और यू। अब सडनली मान लो कुछ ऐसा हो गया कि गोवा में किसी ने कहा भाई हर आदमी जो भी रास्ते पे चल रहा है उसको पकड़ो, कॉलेज में डालो। तो फिर प्रिंसिपल ने बोला भाई मेरे को तो 200 पोस्ट चाहिए, लगे तो 200 पोस्ट बन गया, उसी कार्डर में 200 पोस्ट बन गई। कब बना? 2024 में। तो 2023 में आपने 2 अनरिजर्व ले लिया और इसके बाद 198 पोस्ट सैंक्शन और हो गया। तो अब क्या हुआ आपका? यू विल नाउ गो इनटू, अब ये 198 वैकेंसी भरना है आपको। दैट इज योर प्रॉब्लम ना। व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? द प्रॉब्लम इज टू फिल अप दिस 198 वैकेंसी। तो 198 वैकेंसी भरने के लिए क्या आप वो रोस्टर के पॉइंट्स देखेंगे? बिकॉज देयर आर नो पॉइंट्स इन द रजिस्टर। तो आप क्या करेंगे? परसेंटेज निकालेंगे। सबसे पहले आप मन में ये कहेंगे कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ पोस्ट हमारा कितना हो गया? 200। 200 में से शेड्यूल कास्ट कितने चाहिए? 4। शेड्यूल ट्राइब कितने चाहिए? 24। ओबीसी कितने चाहिए? 54। एक भी इनमें से एससी एसटी ओबीसी है आपके पास यहां पे? नहीं है। तो आप 198 को जो एडवर्टाइज करेंगे, आप एडवर्टाइज करेंगे वी वांट 54 ओबीसीज, वी वांट 4 शेड्यूल कास्ट एंड वी वांट 24 शेड्यूल ट्राइब। रिमेनिंग विल गो टू यूआर। कितना होगा रिमेनिंग? बोलिए कितना टाइम लग रहा है? देखिए आपने जब आपने एग्जाम में आया तो क्वांटिटेटिव एब्सोल्यूट था या नहीं था? इसीलिए था कि एक दिन यहाँ आएगा, अब कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा। और इतना टाइम लग रहा है आपको, मेरे को भी लग रहा है ना इसीलिए। बताइए कितना हुआ? तो ऑब्वियसली 198 minus this will go to UR and you will advertise. Obviously some will go to EWS भी, EWS को भी तो जाएगा। 20 will go to EWS, remaining will go to UR. That's what you have to do. So जो आप कह रहे हैं कि हमारा 49 पोस्ट का 50 से ऊपर चला गया, तो you will fall into register, calculate the register, कितने चाहिए, कितने ऑलरेडी बैठे हुए हैं, और भर लीजिए। As long as you understand why we are doing this, you can answer almost 50-60% of the questions without any problem. There are some questions which have no answer, you have to look practically. So am I answering your question that if it becomes 49 के बाद 50 हो जाएगा? तो आप 49 के बाद अगर पोस्ट है आपका, तो you will follow cycle. The moment they sanction you 2 more posts or 1 more post, it will become 50, and then 50 you know how many SC/STs you want. Is that okay? So this is what we discussed in yesterday roster. और ये 2 to 49 और 50 and above इसीलिए आ रहा है because in government of Goa the least percentage is 2%. 2% is only for scheduled caste. Suppose यहाँ पे scheduled caste का 1% होता, so इस डायग्राम में क्या चेंज होता? Just to test your understanding. Suppose it would have been 1% in Goa scheduled caste. तो हम क्या करते थे? Very good, excellent. 2 to 99 we would have followed. For any cadre strength 2 to 99 we would have followed this rotational cycle. क्योंकि अगर 1% होता शेड्यूल कास्ट के लिए, तो शेड्यूल कास्ट को 100 पॉइंट पे मिलता। तो जब तक आपके पास 100 पोस्ट नहीं है, शेड्यूल कास्ट को कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा। तो you would have written 100 and above 2 to 90. And in Andaman Nicobar it is exactly this situation. They have 1% for scheduled caste. Chandigarh 1%. So they all follow the cycle of 100 points for a cadre of 2 to 90. तो आपको क्या करना है? आपके पास cadre strength अगर 2 to 49 है, तो आराम से आप एक रोस्टर बनाइए। रोस्टर में 100 पॉइंट्स हैं। कितने पॉइंट्स हैं? 100 पॉइंट्स हैं। 50 पॉइंट्स भी हो सकते थे, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गो ने 100 पॉइंट्स का रोस्टर बनाया, साइकिल 100 पॉइंट का बनाया, तो 100 पॉइंट घुमाते रहिए उसको। और अगर आपके पास कार्डर में 50 से ऊपर पोस्ट है तो पॉइंट साइकिल वाइकल कुछ है नहीं, टोटल कैलकुलेट करो कितने चाहिए उतने भर दो। इज दैट ओके? बोलिए, कोई शर्माना नहीं है, अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो बोल सकते हैं। वी विल डू एक्सरसाइजेस। सो यू सी, let us now try to understand this and apply this in a situation. Suppose this is some department of government of Goa. There is a department of social welfare. अब उसमें जो पोस्ट है वो ये पोस्ट है, एलडीसी एक कार्डर है, एमटीएस है, स्टाफ का ड्राइवर है, ये है, यूडीसी है, सुपरिटेंडेंट है, जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी है, लाइक दिस। एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लुक्स लाइक दिस, ठीक है ना? अब इसमें से कुछ पोस्ट है जो तो कॉमन है, एवरी मिनिस्ट्री में दे कीप ऑन रोटेटिंग। आई थिंक इट इज समथिंग लाइक दिस, इजंट इट? कुछ तो आपका पोस्ट होगा जो हर में उसका कार्डर जो होगा, इट विल बी मैनेज्ड बाय पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट और समथिंग, बट एवरी डिपार्टमेंट विल हैव इट्स ओन कार्डर ऑफ एलडीसी। जैसे आपके यहाँ एलडीसी है, आर दे ट्रांसफरेबल फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट टू डिपार्टमेंट? इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दे आर ट्रांसफरेबल। तो जिस डिपार्टमेंट में अपना कार्डर स्ट्रेंथ है, अपने ही पोस्ट है जो वो कहीं और नहीं जाएंगे, तो आप हर पोस्ट का एक रिजर्वेशन रोस्टर या रजिस्टर मेंटेन करेंगे, अप्लाइंग दिस कॉन्सेप्ट। सपोज यू आर इन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फिशरीज, इसको सोशल वेलफेयर को छोड़ देते हैं, अगर आप डिपार्टमेंट फिशरीज लिख दें, तो फिशरीज में मान लीजिए पोस्ट है एक एलडीसी का, तो एलडीसी में टोटल लेट अस से 29 पोस्ट है। तो कितना रोस्टर बनेगा आपका? रोस्टर बनेगा, रजिस्टर बनेगा? रोस्टर बनेगा, बिकॉज 29 पोस्ट है, तो सबको रिजर्वेशन देना है, तो यू हैव टू फॉलो द साइकिल ऑफ दिस। Am I clear? Suppose the recruitment rule of this post of lower division clerk says 50% by promotion and 50% by direct recruitment. I am only talking of this. So for the lower division clerk, you will have two rosters. One separately for promotion, one separately for direct recruitment. You will not club them. Promotion direct recruitment जोड़ेंगे थोड़ी ना। सो प्रमोशन का रोस्टर जो बनेगा उसमें लगभग 29 का हाफ 15 पॉइंट्स का 15 लोग होंगे, और डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट में कितने लोग होंगे? 14 लोग होंगे। भाई अगर 29 कार्डर स्ट्रेंथ है, 50% है, तो यू विल हैव टू सेपरेट रोस्टर्स, ईच कंप्राइजिंग ऑफ 100 पॉइंट्स, एंड यू विल मेक टू रोस्टर्स। In the promotion roster, there will be no point for OBC and EWS. In direct recruitment, there will be a point for OBC and EWS. That's the only difference. बोलिए, आप लोग जो कर रहे हैं, they want to ask me a question, feel free. उसी तरह से suppose MTS है, so MTS में आप क्या करेंगे? MTS का recruitment अब कैसे? What is the way you recruit MTS? Because how many rosters or registers you will have for each post will depend on the method of recruitment. Suppose the MTS, I don't know, suppose it is 85% by direct recruitment and 15% by promotion. So there will be two separate rosters here. MTS may, normally what is the recruitment rules? You will have to see the recruitment rules also of the post. आपको उस पोस्ट का रिक्रूटमेंट रूल देखना पड़ेगा, बिना रिक्रूटमेंट रूल देखे आप रोस्टर कैसे बनाएंगे? तो जो लोग रोस्टर बना रहे हैं, बंद कर रहे हैं, तो उनका जो भी क्वेश्चन है आप पूछिए, इसमें कोई इशू है ही नहीं। सो इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल इशू। या
preferable to, like for example 14 15, like 14 for direct recruitment we should keep, and 15 for promotion, or we should go for 15 for direct and 14 for promotion? Like what we prefer as more weightage within department, the promotion of weightage and consider 15 and promoting?
it's little complicated, but I will try to explain. Not complicated at all, but those who are handling this issue will understand better quickly. You don't fill up 15, 14, 14, 15. You don't do like this. What you do is, when the recruitment rule says 50% by promotion and 50% by direct recruitment, and suppose 3 vacancies occur in a year. If 4 vacancies occur, you have no doubt you can divide those 4 vacancies, give 2 to direct recruitment and 2 to promotion. Alright? First, let us try to understand this. Let us say LDC. So you will have how many rosters? 2 rosters. For the LDC, you will have 2 rosters. One for promotion and one for direct. Each will comprise of how many points? 100 points. So in the promotion roster, you will have 100 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 100. And the direct recruitment roster also you have 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 100. Alright? Now suppose this cadre has been created in 2023. So 15 posts have been created. Sorry, how many posts? 29 posts have been created. Huh? No, I was trying to tell you, let us take 29. Let us take 29. Because in 29 also there is this confusion. 15 should go there or 14 should go. That's the only confusion. So if 29 posts have been created in the year 2023 and the recruitment rule says 50% promotion and 50% direct recruitment, then how will you decide whether 15 goes to promotion or 14 goes to promotion? This is your doubt. Everybody understand this question? Now the answer is, you will maintain a vacancy register or roster, whatever you call, which is called vacancy roster. We are using the word roster again, but this has nothing to do with reservation roster. This is vacancy roster. And in which, if the recruitment rules is 50% direct recruitment, 50% promotion, in the ratio of 1:1, you write P DR, P direct recruit, P direct recruit, P direct recruit, P direct recruit, P direct recruit. This goes infinity. And now in 2023, first time, when 15 vacancies have occurred, you will plot from 1 up to 15. So 15 point will be DR or P? Obviously P. 14 point will be DR. So now you are taking a decision that out of 29, 15 will go to P and 14 will go to DR. How many points of P comes out here? 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, 15 points will come out for P. And 14 will go for direct recruitment. Why we are not answering? Remember yesterday? Exactly at 10, 25, 35 seconds, I showed that PPT. We will not answer why. Just get this. Okay? You have to always start with it. Not always. Once, only once. Only once you start with P. Okay? Now, you will advertise 15 vacancies for promotion. 15 people will be promoted. And 14 direct recruit will also be advertised. And it will take 2-3 years for them to come and join. Am I clear on this? Anybody has any doubt? So 15 promotees. The 15 promotees name you will write in the roster for promotion, and the 14 direct recruits candidates you will write their name in the direct recruitment roster as per the format which we referred yesterday and as per the homework which you never did. Okay? Am I clear or am I not clear? You write the names. Next year, all these 15 candidates were taking a cruise in this river and the boat sank. So all 29 died. Am I clear or not? So they immediately sent one ship to recover the bodies. God, 4 direct recruits survived. So their bodies were taken out, they were given first aid and they revived and they came back. So how many posts are available to be filled up? Eh? 4 have not died. I can't do anything. Had they been dead, it would have been okay. But they did not die. So how many vacancies are available in that department to be filled up? 25. Again the question would arise, out of 25, how many will go for promotion? How many will go for direct recruitment? You will now plot these 25 vacancies where? From point number 30. Remember, this year when 29 vacancies came, up to which point you went? You went up to 29. 29 point was for promotion. Every odd point would be for promotion. So you would have gone up to 29. Now these 25 vacancies you will plot from 30, 31, 32, 33, and then again see how many comes for promotion, how many goes for DR. Suppose in that river cruise only 3% would have been dead, and all those who had died would have been promotees. So how many vacancies would have been available with you? Come on, you're wasting my time. Come, be fast in answering. If only 3% died, 3 vacancies are available. And who died? Promoters died or direct recruits died? Who died? Promotees. So 3 promotion vacancies will be filled by with how? Now it will be filled by 2 DR because you will start from 30. Point number 30 is for DR. So although 3 promotees die, 2 DR will come and only 1 promotee will come. So it is not that if 3 promotees died, 3 promotion will come, 2 DR died, 2 DR come. No, you will plot them in the vacancy register. That is how simple it is. But it is simple for those who are doing it. Those not doing it, it's a story they are listening to me. Am I answering your question? Instead of suppose 3 promotees, 4 direct recruits dies. We will not fill 4 by direct recruitment. We will fill 2 by promotion, 2 by direct recruitment. In other words, first year the promotees were 15 and direct recruits were 14. This was the year 2023. But in 2024 next year, this ratio could change. But it will always be near about 50-50%. Are you getting? So it is perfectly possible that in 2024, this becomes, promotees becomes 13 and direct recruits become 16. How can it become 13 and 16? Tell me, somebody can explain. That means in 2024, 4 promotees retired. Nobody else retired. If 4 promotees retired, we will not fill all 4 by promotion. We will fill 2 by promotion, 2 by direct recruitment. So the direct recruitment where already 14 persons were sitting, it will become 16. Alright? Please understand now, my dear friends, when 4 persons from promotion died or retired, you will fill only 2 by promotion and 2 by direct recruitment. And when you will decide that in promotion how many will go to SC or ST, and in direct recruitment how many will go to SC and ST, how will you decide that? If you can answer this question, you have almost made a quantum jump in your understanding. And you can all answer it. You are very close to it. I am giving you an example that 2023 first year we filled 15 by promotion and 14 by direct recruitment. You should have asked me at that stage, out of 14, how many will we reserve for SC, ST, OBC? Something for which we have met here. We have met here to decide direct reservation. Very simple. You have the roster with you. The promotion roster is with you. So you go up to 15 points and see how many points come for SC, ST. Similarly, in direct recruitment, you go up to 14 points and find how many there are for SC/ST. And accordingly, you fill it up. Next year, when 2 vacancies of promotion is to be filled, you will go in the promotion roster, point number 16, point number 17. And the direct recruitment roster, you will go to point number 15 and point number 16. Okay? Am I clear? Don't tell lies. Don't say yes, sir. If it is not clear to me, how it is clear to you? This is the roster which has been Government of Goa has given to you yesterday, which we did. You remember? So first year in 2023, when you will fill up 15 by promotion and 14 by direct recruit, for direct recruitment you will go up to 14 point and you find that there are 3 OBCs, 1 EWS, 1 ST and no scheduled caste. So we'll advertise. Please tell me, am I clear? No? Please feel free to ask me question. Because if I can't explain, I can tell you nobody can explain in this country. So please feel free, take this advantage, please ask me as many questions as you want. For every post, we will decide the roster according to the method of recruitment. Of course, vacancy register roster we have to maintain. Separate. How it can be written on one? No, keep it separate. As you mean to say one register but separate. Well, you can do it. No harm, but the government instructions are separate. For example, the promotion roster will be separate from direct recruitment roster. Separate registers will be made. No problem. Don't tell it to anybody. Okay. Nobody is maintained. You go to a police station, do they have any registers? They don't have register, but they don't tell everybody we don't have a register. Start now. वो एक हिंदी में कहावत है, जब जागे तब सवेरा. जिस दिन आप जाग गए आंख होगी सवेरा है. बताना नहीं किसी को. अगर आप ऐसे बता रहे हैं सबको, रिकॉर्ड भी हो रहा है, देखो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है और कहीं फ्लैश हो जाएगा, व्हाट्सएप में घूमेगा, इंस्टाग्राम में, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सो एंड सो कॉलेज नॉट मेंटेनिंग रोस्टर्स. इससे कोई नहीं चलेगा, इससे कोई नहीं सुनेगा आपको. यू टेकन ओवर नॉट टेकन ओवर डजंट मैटर. The first one, as I told you, will be for P. No, I come again. So now maintain now. Start from P. No, but you have to see what is the recruitment rule. I am taking a very common recruitment rule of 50% promotion direct recruitment. It could also be, let us say, 75% promotion, 25% direct recruitment. There could be also a recruitment rule which is saying 66 2 by 3 by promotion, 33 1 by 3 by direct recruitment. So in that ratio you will write. Suppose it is 75% promotion, 25% direct recruitment. Then you will write 3 P's and 1 DR. 3 P's and 1 DR. You see why I am answering these questions so in detail? Because Goa follows exactly what Government of India follows. If I go to some other states, I will have to ask them, what are you doing? What is your policy? But Government of Goa is, for example, this roster which we are seeing, fortunately you will see this is based again on DOPT orders. So that is why I love to come to Goa. But I don't have to face this difficulty telling them, sir, in our department, sir, we don't follow this, sir. So you see, it is written very clearly, in pursuance so and number so and so dated 19-1 issued by Government of India, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances, Pension Department, Person, New Delhi, and in continuation our own. So what we issued the OM for EWS, Goa is also doing this exactly thing. And by and large, all state governments are doing it, but there are always small differences in policy. But fortunately in Goa, there is no difference in policy. and that also because of your legacy of being a UT and following DOPT orders etc. तो अगर आपने नहीं करा है तो आप कर लीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। जब तक आज तक किसी ने नहीं पकड़ा उसको, तो अब कौन पकड़ेगा? लेकिन याद रखिए, रिजर्वेशन में एक चीज मैं सबको बोलता हूँ, कुछ भी करें, गलती करें, सही करें, जो करें, कॉन्फिडेंट रहना चाहिए। लुक इनटू द आई ऑफ योर बॉस एंड से ऐसा होगा वो ठीक कह रहा होगा, जब तो कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल रहा, ठीक ही बोल रहा, किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। So let us come back to what we were discussing. This is an organization. We don't apply reservation on the total organization. The unit for reservation is each post. हर पोस्ट इज द यूनिट फॉर रिजर्वेशन, और उसमें हर पोस्ट को भरने का तरीका क्या है? सपोज इट इज 50% प्रमोशन एंड लेट अस से 50% डेपुटेशन, तो इन पोस्टों पे तो रिजर्वेशन लगेगा ही नहीं। डेपुटेशन पे देयर इज नो रिजर्वेशन, सो यू विल बी अप्लाइंग रिजर्वेशन ओनली ऑन 15 पोस्ट। उसी में SC ST ढूंढेंगे, OBC होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि प्रमोशन में OBC नहीं होता है और डेपुटेशन में OBC है। तो उसी तरह से MTS का सर वाज आस्किंग मी, MTS का आपको क्या करना है? MTS अब सब ग्रुप C D में एक हो गया है, पियोन, चपरासी, ये वो, जमादार, फमादार सब मिला के एक पोस्ट बन गया है, उसका नाम है MTS। तो MTS का एक रोस्टर बनाना है आपको, लेकिन आपको देखना पड़ेगा MTS को भरने का आपने डिपार्टमेंट में रिक्रूटमेंट रूल में क्या लिखा है। Normally I know Government of India it is 90% by direct recruitment, 10% or 15% by promotion. हाँ, तो कैसे भरते हैं आप उसको? 100% डायरेक्ट, वेरी गुड। मेरा क्या जा रहा है? मेरे लिए तो और भी आसान है समझाना। 100% डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट। तो अगर MTS में 52 पोस्ट हैं, तो आप क्या करेंगे? यू विल मेंटेन अ रजिस्टर। तो 52 में से कितने SC चाहिए आपको? एक। शेड्यूल ट्राइब कितने चाहिए? 6। तो आप ये देख लीजिए, आज की तारीख में MTS में सबका नाम प्लॉट कर लीजिए उसी फॉर्मेट में जो हमने कल देखा था, और चेक कर लीजिए टैली बना के कि आपको एक SC चाहिए, एक है या नहीं, 6 शेड्यूल ट्राइब चाहिए, 6 है या नहीं, 13 आपको OBC चाहिए, 13 है या नहीं। जितने कम पड़ेंगे उसको शॉर्टफॉल लिख दीजिए, फ्यूचर में जब वैकेंसी आएगी शॉर्टफॉल से पूरा कर लो। लेकिन अगर मैंने यहाँ 52 लिखा है, तो रिमेंबर यू विल नॉट फॉलो दिस 100 पॉइंट रोस्टर, बिकॉज द सैंक्शन स्ट्रेंथ इज नाउ 50 and more than 50. Am I clear? Is that okay? तो दिस डायग्राम मैं आपको इसलिए बनाया है कि हम जो रिजर्वेशन लगाते हैं वो पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे नहीं लगाते हैं, हम हर पोस्ट पे लगाते हैं। इसमें सिर्फ कॉलेज वाला जो इशू है वो एक बार और देख लीजिए। मैंने आई हैव गिवन यू द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट, I make it very clear that act is not applicable to state government because that act is applicable to central universities. But उसमें ये लिखा हुआ है कि आपके यहाँ जो suppose this organization has the post of lecturer, तो लेक्चरर में केमिस्ट्री में 10 हैं, हिस्ट्री में 10 हैं, और कॉमर्स में मान लीजिए 10 हैं, तो they all will be treated as one part. You will not maintain separate roster for chemistry, for mathematics, for this. It will be treated as one. Alright? कोई सुबह ये भी पूछा था सर, MTS और UDC ये दोनों ग्रुप C पोस्ट है। This is a group C post, this is also a group C. इन दोनों को कंबाइन करके एक रोस्टर बनाना है? नो। सारा ग्रुप C का मतलब ये नहीं है ग्रुप C में सब एक रोस्टर है, हर पोस्ट का अलग रोस्टर बनेगा। So the unit is each post. Mike.
So teaching सभी एक केडर हो गया। अब प्रमोशन होता है तो फिर उसका
टीचिंग में प्रमोशन वैकेंसी बेस्ड नहीं है, तो उसमें रिजर्वेशन लगाना है,
उसको नहीं लेंगे।
वैकेंसी बेस्ड है ना, वो तो इतने साल पूरा हुआ लेक्चरर विल बिकम प्रोफेसर। बहुत गुस्सा आता है मुझे बहुत, तो हमारा नहीं होता ना ऐसा प्रमोशन। उधर बोलिए।
In Goa, for teachers, we have separate roster for contract basis teachers. Now, every year we have like 6 or 7 contract basis posts, academic year.
So you follow 50-point cycle, 100-point cycle.
So next year, again when we advertise the 7 posts,
So start from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
9, 10. But if a teacher who's taken on a contract basis, a reserved category, leave in between,
Follow the next point.
the next point, not the same point,
No.
because the year is
Because
same.
as long as your total contract teachers remains below 50, you follow that 100-point cycle.
So when we reach the 49 point, again we start from the first.
No. आपके पास 6 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टीचर हैं 2023 में, सो यू विल फॉलो। इसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर कर देंगे, यहाँ देखिए बड़ा सिंपल है, ये कुछ नहीं करना आपको। देखिए आपके पास मान लीजिए 2023 में आपने 6 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस पे टीचर रखे हैं। आई एम नॉट रबिंग इस ऑफ, ये सब कुछ रटो नहीं। तो आपको क्या करना है, 6 पॉइंट से भर देना। अब अगले साल आपको 7 और टीचर्स भरने हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में। इफ यू स्टार्ट ऑल ओवर अगेन, जस्ट लुक व्हाट विल गो रॉन्ग। अगर आप ऑल ओवर अगेन दोबारा बनाएंगे, दोबारा यूआर से शुरू करेंगे, तो शेड्यूल कास्ट तो मर गया। 50 नंबर में बैठे, इसमें तो नंबर ही कभी नहीं आएगा। कहाँ गया 50? कहीं होगा, इसके नीचे होगा, वो तो मरेगा, उसको शेड्यूल कास्ट को तो नंबर ही नहीं आएगा। हर बार 1 से शुरू करेंगे। तो अगर आपने 6 पॉइंट खा लिए 2023 में, 2024 में वो कह रहे हैं 7 और भरो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस पे, तो यू सिंपली स्टार्ट फ्रॉम पॉइंट नंबर 7। So one will go to OBC, one will go to UR, ST, EWS, UR, OBC। क्या एडजस्ट करना? उसके बाद वो कहते हैं 10 और भरो, तो वो नीचे फिर से शुरू हो जाता 10 में। Keep on following this. Nobody will be able to find any fault. और जो भी बोल रहा है कि गलत है, उसको बोलो लिख के दे दो। No ma'am, this is actually a 100-point roster. This is not a 40-50-point roster. This 100-point roster is applicable when the cadre strength is 2 to 49. So if your cadre strength is 49, you are still applying 100-point roster. The moment your cadre strength becomes 50, you will not follow this cycle, because there is no need to follow a cycle. अगर हम लोग यहाँ 50 लोग बैठे हैं, बाहर 50 कप है, तो फिर वो रोटेशन करने की जरूरत है या नहीं है, ये बताओ। रोटेशन हम कब कर रहे हैं? जब हम लोग यहाँ 50 लोग हैं, बाहर कब 2 है, या 3 है, या 4 है, या 49 है, तो हमें फिर रोटेशन बनाना पड़ रहा है। 49 एक बार चाय पी लेंगे, लास्ट में कोई और पिएगा, तो वी विल हैव टू फॉर्मुलेट अ पॉलिसी कौन पिएगा लास्ट में। Am I clear ना? So we'll not talk too much। अब क्या होगा, बहुत मुश्किल जाएगा। बेस्ट इज आप अपना एक्सरसाइज निकाल लीजिए, ठीक है? लेट अस ट्राई टू डू द एक्सरसाइज एंड वन बाय वन वी विल लर्न। हाँ, माइक दीजिए, माइक।
एक सवाल था।
हाँ,
आप जो बोल रहे हैं कि आपकी जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पोस्ट है, या 4 है, 6 है, 10 है, उसमें जो रिजर्वेशन कैंडिडेट है, अगर वो कैंडिडेट प्रोसेस में नहीं मिलता है, क्योंकि हमें टीचिंग पोस्ट पे क्या होता है कि एलिजिबल क्वालिफिकेशन के मुताबिक नहीं मिलता है, तो उसके बाद क्या कर देगा? क्योंकि वो तो पोस्ट रहता है अभी ओबीसी में, अगर समझो मेथोडोलॉजी सिखाना है, एमएड क्वालिफाइड कैंडिडेट नहीं मिलता है, तो उसके बाद भी क्या?
देखिए उसके बाद आपको पॉलिसी बनाना। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में हम कहते हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस में कोई कैरी फॉरवर्ड बैकलॉग नहीं हो, नहीं मिल रहा है तो आप उसको भर ले। लेकिन ये बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन है, आपको कहीं फाइल मूव करना पड़ेगा इसके लिए। तो अब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में सेटल्ड है।
नहीं सर, पर इसमें क्या होता है कि एकेडमिक कैलेंडर तो चलता रहता है। अब अगर ये इंटरव्यू करते रहेंगे तो बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए उधर टीचर ही नहीं है।
बाहर में गया टीचर, डॉक्टर अब ना मिले हॉस्पिटल में, मर जाए। मैं तो कह रहा हूँ किडनी स्पेशलिस्ट को डेंटिस्ट के पास भेज दो, और डेंटिस्ट वाला को किडनी देंगे, हमें इससे कोई मतलब नहीं। हमें रिजर्वेशन लगाना पड़ेगा, या लगा लो ये, या वो नेशनल कमीशन का डांट सुन लो। आप नेशनल कमीशन को ये समझाने जाओगे ना कि सर एससी नहीं मिल रहा है, एसटी नहीं मिल रहा है, तो वो बिल्कुल जान खा जाएंगे। आपको बोलेंगे आफ्टर 75 ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस यू आर अनेबल टू फाइंड एन ओबीसी। आई फुल्ली सिंपैथाइज एंड एम्पैथाइज विद यू, बट इस पे इमोशनल होने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। अगर टीचर नहीं मिल रहा है तो ना पढ़ाइए आप, वरना फाइल पुट अप कर दीजिए, हमें टीचर नहीं मिल रहा, क्या करना है। अब तक जवाब दे चुकी होती सरकार, अगर देना होता तो उन्हें नहीं पता कि टीचर नहीं मिल रहा है, उन्हें ये नहीं पता कि डॉक्टर नहीं मिल रहा है। अब ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंस में कल मैं एडवर्टाइजमेंट देख रहा था, एनेस्थेलॉजी फॉलोइंग ऑन शेड्यूल ट्राइब। तो उन्हें शेड्यूल ट्राइब नहीं मिलेगा तो खाली रखना पड़ेगा पोस्ट, बिकॉज द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर इफ यू डू नॉट फाइंड अ शेड्यूल ट्राइब कीप इट वेकेंट। तो वो लोग फिर वही करते हैं, उसको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेस पे भरते हैं, इधर उधर से भरते हैं, जब तक शेड्यूल ट्राइब नहीं मिलेगा। तो मैं मजाक में यही कहता हूँ कि कट इट ऑफ कर देना, मैं मजाक में यही कहता हूँ कि एनेस्थेलॉजी नहीं मिलेगा, बिना एनेस्थेलॉजी का ऑपरेशन करो, लेकिन हमें डॉक्टर चाहिए एनेस्थेलॉजी शेड्यूल ट्राइब। तो इसमें इमोशनल बिल्कुल मत होइए, रिजर्वेशन इज अ वेरी सेंसिटिव टॉपिक, जिसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ने बोला है उसी के लिए भरना है, नहीं भरना है तो गवर्नमेंट का पॉलिसी है कि यू कांट डी रिजर्व। इन डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट याद रखिए, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस में तो आप कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन जो अगर रेगुलर आपका वैकेंसी आता है और वो शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब या ओबीसी पे जा रहा है, तो यू कैन नॉट डी रिजर्व।
Sir, I have similar question. See, I have 8 vacancies, lecture vacancies.
ओके, रेगुलर और कॉन्ट्रैक्ट?
Lecture vacancies. Contract.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट।
Out of these 8, as per the roster, say third vacancy goes to scheduled caste.
Okay.
Third vacancy, as per the roster.
Fine. As a scheduled caste vacancy in Goa goes to point number 50.
No, I'm saying, just saying.
Okay. Tell me.
So, but while advertising the post,
Okay.
how I should advertise? The third vacancy say for maths, it is coming to SC. So, while advertising, while giving the advertisement, that post out of 8, one will be kept for SC, one or whatever.
You will have to.
It is better.
Yeah, very good question. Good, excellent question. Actually, you see, if you are following this system, this is the system you are following. Let us say you are lucky and you are following below 50. Let us say. So in that case, you see, when vacancies would come, you are going to plot it in the roster. So suppose the chemistry vacancy falls at OBC, and the lecturer for physics retires later, so his vacancy will fall point number 5. So chemistry will go to OBC, physics will go to UR. So you are plotting the vacancy as per date of its occurrence. So you will have to see in the year who has retired, because of which retirement or resignation that vacancy is occurring.
This is lecture basis or contract basis. At a time, some 8 vacancies has arrived.
For
in the beginning of the year.
So same discipline or different discipline?
Different disciplines.
Okay.
Yeah. So how the reservation has to be kept?
Yeah, if they all have arisen on the same day,
Yes.
then you can simply plot them and distribute as per your head of the department's choice, that we will give this reservation to this post and
That
this.
is internal. But
But-
while advertising, don't
But
mention.
by advertisement also you will have to do it.
No. Mention for that specific.
Yeah,
post.
you will have to mention. If you don't mention, suppose you advertise 3 vacancies.
Yes.
Out of 3 you find 1 for scheduled tribe and 2 for UR. Suppose like this. And the disciplines are physics and chemistry. Let us say 2 vacancies are chemistry, 1 for physics. Now if you don't say this scheduled tribe is for chemistry or this scheduled tribe for physics, how will you recruit? Then your recruitment will be based on whoever comes before you. Suppose you find a scheduled tribe candidate in physics better, you will take him, whereas you will leave out a candidate who has scheduled tribe candidate who has applied for chemistry. So you will have to decide this. Otherwise, if you ask me, if you don't decide this,
If I decide first only, sir.
Yeah.
Let's say.
so you will have to advertise like 1 scheduled tribe chemistry and 2 UR, 1 chemistry and 1 physics.
For chemistry, no scheduled caste candidate has applied.
Keep it vacant.
We can. Or then again I have to advertise.
Again means normally,
Otherwise, students without teaching how to do it.
but in that case, no regular is applicable. You would have fill it up by ad hoc basis or contract basis. Regular recruitment, if
No, I am talking about contract basis only, sir.
contract basis you can fill it up if nobody is available.
But you should apply, no? When I say it is kept reserved for ST, so the unreserved category will not apply for that. You understood?
Yeah, you can always tell in the advertisement this. In case no candidate is available, we'll take it. But you have to be very careful. There should not be, I'm sure you know also these instructions that in the interview board there should be a SC/ST member, so that there is no hanky-panky going on. Otherwise the accusation would be that you have intentionally not taken a scheduled tribe because you don't want to take a scheduled tribe or a scheduled caste or OBC. So to,
On the panel, and
Yeah.
in the minutes we mentioned specifically that as the candidate was not available, we
yeah,
have taken the.
but kindly note for a regular vacancy you cannot do it.
No, not for regular, only on the.
So,
We also have a DRG observer, like.
Normally, instructions of the government are also that normally you should not fill it up on short-term arrangement. You should fill up long-term arrangement. So people normally don't apply when they find a vacancy for short-term.
So if there is not proper workload like for the full-time post, we get NOC for the contract.
Fine,
Then
absolutely,
we-
okay, that's okay, perfect. So you can take in case of contract appointment, the concept of carry forward backlog is not there. But in regular appointment, there is a concept of carry forward backlog. You don't find you have to advertise it next year again, etc. Is that okay? So can we do the exercise? I think let us do the exercise. Half of the questions will be solved when you are doing the questions. Mike. Temporary positions.
Now, contract appointment is almost for about 10 to 11 months. Lecture basis is where a teacher is paid for a particular lecture per hour. So, do we need
So
to have?
I would suggest that the lecture appears to be less than 45 days.
No, sir, because in each semester we have about 16 weeks. So, he will be coming for 16 weeks, though he may not come every day. But number of days would be definitely more than 45.
So the question is whether we should apply reservation or not.
Yeah, that's one. Or we have to combine both contract as well as lecture basis and then give a reservation.
Well, I would suggest that you submit this to social department. Why don't you ask them? If they cannot reply, how can I reply? It's a policy decision. In Government of India, we have separate for contract and separate for regular. But lecture based is not there. So if you are combining, it's a good idea actually to combine. It's better, you will get more candidates, etc. But then you will have to send it to your, just make a note, send it to your social welfare department or personal department, I don't know who is handling it. Let them come out with a better policy in this matter. But both are temporary. In both, they are not permanent vacancies. So therefore, the concept of carry forward backlog should not be
So
there.
there's another tricky, situation where, let's say, there's one contract basis post, but then later we break it to two and make two lecture basis, because it's on the basis of number of hours a teacher takes. If teacher takes 16 clock hours in a week, that becomes contract. Less than 16 becomes lecture basis. So sometimes what we do is, because the candidate available is not very good, so instead of giving 16 clock hours to one person, it rarely happens, not always. Then that position is broken into two as two lecture basis. So in that case, whether we can do it or we have to only maintain.
If nobody, you see, basic idea, all I can tell you at this stage, basic idea is there should be a representation of SC, ST, OBC as per percentage. As long as you maintain that, anybody visits, suppose National Commission visits or your state commission visits, and they say, show me how many scheduled caste or scheduled tribe lecturers are there on contract basis. And if you show we have 50 contract basis lecturer and we have 6 scheduled tribe out of them, that is what is the larger picture. So whenever you are doing it, that larger picture you should be kept in mind.
Larger picture is maintained, sir.
Then you will be safe.
Maintained.
Otherwise, nobody can in this country answer in detail what will happen in such a case. Nobody, you cannot have a policy at such micro level. Policy should be broad based, so that there is some freedom in the hands of the organizations to work it out. So we are grateful to the government that they have not given such micro level policy making. They have left it to the organizations.
So with the same intention, we had a system wherein which vacancy for which subject was not announced because colleges wanted to take people from reserve categories. But with that, it becomes rather difficult now because in one particular subject,
But
the
without
candidates will not be available.
reservation, it is becoming more difficult. Two candidates come in this example which you have taken. Two candidates come to you. One in the chemistry, one in the physics. So who do you take? It will all becomes the whims and fancy of the principal of the college. If that is so, then there is no need to advertise any vacancy for reserve. You can say Government of India, the reservation as per Government of Goa. That we will not do. We have to identify the post. If it is contract basis, no problem. You don't find it, you can take somebody else. But for regular, you can't do it.
So then another situation where maybe a contract or lecture basis, so today they join. So we have filled the vacancy, maybe SC, ST, whatever it is. In a week's time they leave.
You should have wait list.
Suppose somebody who is in my waiting list, he gets offer in some other college. So
Have,
then I don't
have 2 or 3 wait list.
Now, sometimes we exhaust.
Sometimes
You
you
don't have
exhaust,
candidate.
re-advertise.
Okay.
Re-advertise.
It's better to have 10, 15 waiting
Yeah,
lists.
it depends on the, we call it what is the rate of attrition. We all know that in particular post what is the rate of attrition. So we all maintain a rate of attrition and waiting list according to that. If that also is exhausted, it becomes difficult. But all I can tell you, reservation, by applying reservation itself, there is some difficulty. But what else? You can ask me this question. But suppose you go and meet the Chief Minister and you tell him, sir, we are not finding scheduled tribes, sir, can we take somebody else? What do you expect he will answer you? So answer is you have to find people. You have to make an extra effort. Write to the scheduled tribe associations, write to the colleges, and tell them to, in fact, go and search candidates who are good enough. In fact, the government has also said that if somebody is not good enough, as we are using the term, then you recruit them, give them training, and make them good enough. So I can only give you these. So that is why there are relaxations. Every year, Goa Public Service Commission is recruiting, magistrate, I don't know what you call them. Just go and see the results. So it is quite possible a person who stood 30th in the rank is not getting the choice of his posting. Whereas somebody who is in the rank number 200 would be getting the choice what he wants. This will go on. So nothing can be done. What can be done is one proactive action by all of us. Recruit candidates, give them training, and bring them up to the level which we require. So there are a whole lot of instructions on scheduled caste, scheduled tribes being selected in relaxation of experience. Experience can be relaxed for a CST, OBC, and then give them that kind of training, etc. That's a possible way. But on paper, nobody will tell you that do this or do that. Nobody will tell you. So I would say that let us do the questions. If we do the question, a lot of common answers would come. A lot of basic concepts will get clear. And of course, there will be some tricky issues which we can work out. So just come to the page 2 onwards. And if you can do the question number 1, 2. So let us do questions as they are given there. So we have a question number 1, we have a question number 2, then 3, and then 4. So let us do 4, we'll stop, we'll discuss, and then move forward. They're very, very simple questions, but then it will help you to grasp the basic concepts on rosters. So the question is, there is a cadre of UDC, sanction strength is 138, recruitment rules prescribe 100% by direct recruitment, although in UDC it is 100% by promotion. But I have taken just an example, 100% direct recruitment. So you all have to tell me how many SC, ST, OBC should be there in the country. Tell me, how did you calculate? Two? Yeah, it will be none of the above because 237. It will not be 36. Isn't it? So one has to be very careful. Now just imagine in India, instead of 37, you advertise for 36. One OBC will not be selected. He will move mountains to find out that the reservation should have been 37. Then he will take you to the court. Court will first give you a stay order. Then unless it is decided, hold back all recruitment. Then you will say our students are not getting teachers. Obviously they will not get it. Because our calculation should be based on what we have learned. Any fraction, ignore, multiply the cadre strength by the respective percentage. Alright? Now suppose next year 5 more posts have been created by the government of Goa. What will be the revised entitlement for SC, ST, OBC? Two for scheduled caste. Scheduled caste remains same. Scheduled tribe now becomes 17. OBC remains 37. So now see the entire 38. See, it becomes 38. So OBC will now become 38. And scheduled tribe will become 17. So there is an increase by 1. OBC will be 27% of 143. Alright? Now next question. Tell me. C. So everybody says C. In both we will have 100-point rosters because the cadre strength for promotion as well as direct recruitment now goes below 50. Although the total cadre strength is 98. But our unit is each method. So the moment the direct recruitment cadre strength goes below 50, promotion below 50, we will follow the 100-point cycle. Is that okay? Am I clear on this point? Question number 4. Yeah. So we will apply reservation only on 30 posts. Kindly note, there will be no reservation on 10 posts out of 40. So when we are checking how many scheduled castes should be there in data entry operator, we will not count from 40, we will count only from 30. Alright? Now next question. Please do it. You require some time for doing it. And discuss with your neighbor. Individually, please do it and then discuss with your neighbor. Neighbor is very important in government job. There is a cadre in what? Goa. where there are total 100 posts, all are occupied. There are 100 posts, all occupied. That means there are no vacancies available. All 100 posts are occupied. And out of 100 people, out of the 100 people, there are what? 2 scheduled caste, 12 scheduled tribe, and 25 OBCs. This is the position. What does it mean? It means that remaining are unreserved. So how many are unreserved? 61, total 100. So in 2019, this is the position given to me. Now, based on this, there are certain questions. Question number 1 is, there is a backlog of OBC by 2. That's the question. So you have to say true or false. Is it a backlog or not? I want everybody to respond. Why we are trying to understand this important issue is, if we consider it as a backlog, then please remember the limit of 50% will not be applicable in future on backlog. On the contrary, we treat it as a shortfall, then the limit of 50% would be applicable in future. Because limit of 50% is not applicable only on backlog. Now, is it backlog or shortfall? How many OBC should be there? 27. Instead, only 25 are there. So 2 or less. It is not backlog because why? All 100 posts are filled up. Had it been backlog, means we would have kept 2 posts vacant. This is not backlog. Backlog means you advertise a vacancy, you don't get a candidate, you have to keep it vacant. Except in contract appointments. So regular appointments, you have to keep it vacant. You can't fill it out by any other method. You can't take a scheduled tribe, you can't take a OBC general in place of the post advertised. You have to go exactly as it is advertised. You have to re-advertise it next year. Again advertise it next year. No reservation in direct recruitment. Ban. And the position in Government of India is not that bad because we have the entire country as a pool. You can't take a scheduled tribe of Maharashtra and Goa. So your position is still more serious. Because Government of India can take a scheduled tribe anywhere. Anywhere they are available, they can take it. But the state government have to take them only from that state. They can't take scheduled tribe, as we have seen in case of migration, you are not entitled for a SC/ST benefit. So this is a shortfall of OBC by 2. Now the question which arises here, and you should be asking me, is how come there are 2 scheduled tribe less? How is that possible? Huh? If they were not available, we would have kept them unfilled. Contract you can take, but this is not contract, regular we are taking. So the question is, OBC 2 कम कैसे हैं? क्या हुआ? तो गलत हो गया होगा, या तो रिजर्वेशन ही गलत लगा दिया होगा. After they would have died, there would not have been 100 people. जल्दी कभी नहीं बोलना चाहिए, सोच के बोलो. देखिए, अनरिजर्व पे अगर हमने किसी ओबीसी को लिया होगा, वो तो यहां पे होगा. I have very clearly given that 25 OBCs are come through reservation. You see, I have written in bracket also. जितने भी SC/ST OBC हम कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे हैं, वो सब रिजर्वेशन से आए हैं. याद रखिए कि इस 61 में भी कई सारे SC/ST OBC होंगे. उनको हम SC/ST OBC नहीं गिन रहे हैं. इस अनरिजर्व में कई SC/ST OBC आ सकते हैं. We are not counting them as SC/ST OBC. So यहाँ पे 2 शेड्यूल ट्राइब कैसे कम आए?
calculating 50-50 reservation, then from OBC will go to UR. Dividing.
कैसे मतलब यू राइट, थोड़ा सा बताइए कैसे.
The recruitment may be two posts. So one has to go to UR and the other has to go to instead of two OBC.
हाँ, you see what gentleman is saying is if OBC leaves, you don't fill out all by OBC. You fill something by UR because of the 50% limit. Yes or no? So perhaps what he is trying to say is that in 2018 there were 2 scheduled castes, 12 scheduled tribe, 27 OBCs, 59 UR and 100. Last year this was the position. If so, in 2018 there was the reservation was perfect, complete. But in 2018, out of 27 OBCs, 4 OBCs left and nobody else left. 27 OBC में से कितने OBC नौकरी छोड़ के चले गए? 4. और कोई नहीं गया. ऐसे और कोई भी जा सकता था नौकरी छोड़ के, लेकिन नहीं गया. 4 लोगों को नया नौकरी मिल गया, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में चढ़ के चले गए. 4 OBC पे चले गए. तो 2018 में कितना वैकेंसी आया होगा? 4. तो हमने क्या एडवर्टाइज करा होगा? 2 UR 2 OBC. तो अगर हमने 2 UR 2 OBC एडवर्टाइज करा होगा तो 2019 में क्या पोजीशन होगा फिर? यही पोजीशन होगा जो लिखा होगा. तो अगर यहां से देख लीजिए, साफ साफ लिख देता हूं, यहां से 4 OBC चले गए तो वी वुड हैव एडवर्टाइज दिस 4 OBC वैकेंसीज, ओनली 2 फॉर OBC and 2 for UR. Because why? Because what is the reason we are doing it? कहां लिखा हुआ है? कहां लिखा हुआ है ये? 16(4)(b) of the Constitution of this country, that you have to apply the limit of 50% of the vacancies every year. तो आप 2 OBC और 2 अनरिजर्व से एडवर्टाइज करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली अनरिजर्व 59 + 2 61 हो जाएगा और OBC हो जाएगा 25. सो जो ये 2 OBC कम हो गए हैं, दिस इज नॉट बैकलॉग, दिस इज शॉर्टफॉल. Am I clear? बताइए, कोई भी डाउट है तो बताइए. It is better to discuss concrete question than discuss hypothetical this and that. We don't understand what we are talking. So this is the concrete question I have written before you. Anybody has any question, doubt, please feel free. Although according to me it is very simple. So this is not a backlog, this is a shortfall. अगर backlog होता तो 2 वैकेंसी होती, वैकेंसी नहीं है. अब ये 4 लोग कैसे गए? How these 4 OBC left? They could have resigned, they could have died, they could have retired, anything could have happened. But we will not fill up the 4 OBCs who have left by 4 OBCs. We will have to impose the condition of 50%. तो आपके ऑफिस में भी जब आप वैकेंसी भरेंगे तो हर साल का फ्रेश वैकेंसी को आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा कि भाई 50% का रूल तो वायलेट नहीं हो रहा है. 50% इज मेंट फॉर SC ST OBC, EWS नहीं आ रहा है इसमें. याद रखिए, लिमिट ऑफ 50% इज ओनली फॉर SC ST OBC पुट टुगेदर. ऑलराइट, सो कैन वी डू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज? कितना पोस्ट है असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर टूरिज्म में? तो रोस्टर होगा या रजिस्टर होगा? रोस्टर. You will have to maintain a 100-point roster. ठीक है ना? So therefore the first question, in the above cadre, reservation would be applied by rotation by following the 50-point roster. True or false? There is no 50-point roster, it is 100-point roster. ठीक है ना? So answer is false. Then B. बताइए. देखिए, आपको जो रोस्टर बनाना है, ये वाला रोस्टर बनाना है. ये रोस्टर थोड़ा ना बनाना है, ये तो डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट का रोस्टर है. इसमें जो जो पॉइंट ओबीसी और ईडब्ल्यूएस का है, those points will become for UR. Rest it is same. प्रमोशन में ईडब्ल्यूएस और ओबीसी नहीं होता है. तो आपको जो 100 पॉइंट रोस्टर प्रमोशन का बनाना है, उसमें रोस्टर में क्या पॉइंट होंगे? देखिए, पॉइंट नंबर 4 भी ओबीसी नहीं होगा, 8 भी ओबीसी नहीं होगा. सीधा पॉइंट नंबर 9 विल बी the first scheduled tribe point. 1 to 8 will be UR. तो B में लिखा हुआ in the roster the point number 8 will be reserved for SC. This is wrong. And point number 13 will be reserved for scheduled tribe. So ये B is wrong. C में क्या लिखा हुआ है? If in the year 2019 2 vacancies arise, then it will be filled by the category of the person vacating the cadre. True or false? False. D. If in the year 2019 2 vacancies arise, it will be filled one by ST category, one by SC category. False. Then how will it be filled up? If in the year 2019 2 vacancies arise, it will be filled one by SC category, one by UR. True or false? आप बताइए, 2 वैकेंसी जब अराइज होगा, 2019 मैंने गलत लिख दिया, 21 होना चाहिए ना, वो गलती से 2019 हो गया, इट विल बी 21 नेक्स्ट ईयर. बट टेल मी हाउ दीज 2 वैकेंसीज विल बी फिल्ड अप. कल मुझसे कोई कह रहा था कि प्रमोशन का सर बता दीजिएगा थोड़ा सा. सो नाउ टेल मी, 2 वैकेंसी अराइज हो रहा है आपको 2021 में, मैंने गलती से 19 लिख दिया, तो वो 2 वैकेंसी आप किस कैटेगरी से भरेंगे? तो पॉइंट कौन सा आएगा आपका? पॉइंट नंबर 5 तो आपके पास है ही, पॉइंट नंबर 6 और 7 पे जाएंगे आप. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, आपके पास कितने लोग बैठे हैं? 5. तो 5 पॉइंट तो आप ऑलरेडी खा चुके हैं. अब जो 2 वैकेंसी आएगा, पॉइंट नंबर 6 और पॉइंट नंबर 7 पे जाएगा. Both will go for UR. अब देखिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट ये क्वेश्चन है. अगर गलती से आपने इसको एक शेड्यूल ट्राइब को दे दिया, एक UR को दे दिया, तो नीचे से हो सकता है आपको एक शेड्यूल ट्राइब सुपरसीड करके सबको आ जाएगा ऊपर, और फिर वो लिटिगेशन पे चले जाएंगे. जो सीनियर जनरल कैंडिडेट बैठे होंगे वो कहेंगे भाई नीचे से शेड्यूल ट्राइब कहां से ले आए मेरे ऊपर. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड that reservation in promotion is still more serious business. Direct recruitment में तो आप किसी को भी ले आओ तो पता भी नहीं लगेगा क्या हुआ. मान लो आपने गलत रिजर्वेशन लगा भी दिया, कोई बात नहीं, किसी को नहीं पता लगेगा. लेकिन प्रमोशन में जब आप प्रमोशन कर रहे हो, तो लोग बैठे हुए हैं बिल्कुल वल्चर की तरह देख रहे हैं किसका प्रमोशन हो रहा है. तो इस वाला जो हमने जो वैकेंसी हमारे पास आया है, कितना वैकेंसी आया हमारे पास? 2 वैकेंसी आया है. तो आपका रोस्टर क्या चल रहा है? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 इस तरह से चल रहा है. उसमें सारे पॉइंट यहां से लेकर यहां तक UR है. पॉइंट नंबर 9 इसको शेड्यूल है, देखिए आप. उसके बाद सारे UR हैं. पॉइंट नंबर 17 इसको शेड्यूल है. उसके बाद सारे UR हैं. पॉइंट नंबर 25 इसको शेड्यूल ट्राइब। उसके बाद सारे यूआर है, चलता रहेगा, वो चलता रहेगा, आगे जाके फिर एक शेड्यूल ट्राइब आएगा। शेड्यूल कास्ट का पॉइंट 50-50 में कहीं आएगा। तो ये जो आपके पास 2 वैकेंसी आया है, वो पॉइंट नंबर कहां तक जाएगा? 5 तक तो लोग बैठे हुए हैं आपके पास, उनका नाम है ए बी सी, सॉरी यहां नहीं लिख सकते, ये तो यू आर है ना, तो उनका नाम कहां पे होगा? यहां होगा, ए बी सी डी ई और एफ, ये लोग तो बैठे हैं। अब 2 वैकेंसी आएगा, मतलब मान लीजिए ये और ये रिटायर हो गए, ये और ये रिटायर हो गए, तो 2 वैकेंसी आएगा, किसको जाएगा? वो यूआर और यूआर। ये कौन सा पोस्ट है? इस पोस्ट का नाम क्या है? असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर। तो असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर में 2 वैकेंसी आएगा, यूआर से भरेंगे। कहां से भरेंगे इसको? नीचे जो फील्ड ग्रेड पोस्ट होगा, मान लो वो पोस्ट प्रोटोकॉल ऑफिसर का है, मान लो, तो वहां पे 2 लोग अगर सीनियरिटी में ऐसे बैठे हुए हैं, एक भी सी नहीं हो सकते, सॉरी, का खा गा घा इस तरह से बैठे हुए हैं, या चा छा इस तरह से, तो यहाँ पे 2 वैकेंसी आया, ये 2 लोग वेट कर रहे हैं, हमारा प्रमोशन होगा, इनका प्रमोशन हो जाएगा। अगर गलती से आपने समझ में नहीं आया, आपने कहा भाई एक शेड्यूल ट्रेन को दे दो, एक अनरिजर्व को दे दो, अब क्या होगा? अब प्रोटोकॉल ऑफिसर में जो बी बैठा हुआ है, उसका तो बाजा बच गया, और हमें और नीचे जाना पड़ेगा शेड्यूल ट्राइब ढूंढने। मान लो वो शेड्यूल ट्राइब यहां बैठा हुआ है छा पे, तो ही विल सुपरसीड ऑल दीज ऑफिसर्स and will right away jump and become assistant director overnight. तो जो आप उससे कल कोई पूछा था वहां पे, सर प्रमोशन का थोड़ा बता दीजिएगा, तो प्रमोशन का ऐसे करना है, क्वेश्चन करो, आगे बढ़ो बस। तो आपको रोस्टर पॉइंट यही वाला है, सिर्फ इसमें ये डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट का रोस्टर बना रखा उन्होंने, इसमें से ईडब्ल्यूएस और ओबीसी का पॉइंट हटा दीजिए तो वो प्रमोशन का रोस्टर बन गया। प्रमोशन में ओबीसी और ईडब्ल्यूएस नहीं होता। बोलिए, कुछ बोल दीजिए, देखिए मन में बड़ी बड़ी आंखें करके नहीं करते, कुछ बोलेंगे अच्छा है। पीडब्ल्यूडी लंच के बाद, पहले एक चिड़िया तो हाथ में आई है, ठीक है? Am I clear? Very good. माइक दीजिए, माइक। नहीं देखिए साले, देखिए क्या होता है, एक क्वेश्चन से कई लोगों को फायदा हो जाता है। Never mind, you are making a point. I know from the day one you are making a point.
So in the previous question that we answered, we missed out on the 2 areas there, sir.
Huh?
Previous question, sir.
Yeah,
3 and 4.
Oh God.
And I have one more query also, sir.
Oh my God. Thanks for reminding. We have missed it out. So question number 3.
So before that, we go to question number 4, sir, which is there.
In the previous question.
Yeah, previous one. That 40 post of data entry operator which is mentioned. The recruitment rules prescribes 75% for promotion,
Yeah.
and 25% for deputation.
Very good.
So the cadre for direct recruitment or it should
Yes,
be
promotion.
promotion, right, sir?
Cadre for promotion. Yeah. Sorry. My fault.
Yes.
But it's not my fault. Actually, I check whether people are awake or not. Faculty is never wrong. That's the way faculty find out who is awake in this class, who is doing exercises, who is not. You'll find I have sometimes used some spelling mistakes. Do not typographical error. Please do not ever think faculty can be wrong. Alright? Oh but this is my fault. We didn't do question number 3 and 4 of the previous question. And they are very beautiful questions, very good to understand the concept. You see, in the question, let us come back to the previous question. We said that there are 25 OBCs, and we said they are shortfall or backlog? Shortfall. They are not backlog. Nobody should have this idea they are backlog. For backlog, there have to be vacancies. And how they were shortfall, I also gave you an explanation. In the previous year, 4 OBCs went away. We advertised not 4 for OBC, 2 for OBC, 2 for. Now coming to question number 3. In 2020, if there are 5 vacancies on retirement of 5 general candidates, then all the 5 vacancies will be filled by UR. True or false? Absolutely false, because we can see there is a shortfall in OBC by 2. Immediately out of 5, we will allocate 2 OBC shortfall and remaining 3 we will advertise for you. But suppose there are not 5 vacancies. 5 vacancies are not there. There are only 2 vacancies on retirement of 2 general candidates. Then what should we do? Then again we should apply 50% rule. Because the limit of 50% is not applicable only on backlog. And these 2 are not backlog. Are you getting what I am saying? Let us try to understand what is backlog. Let us see. Now you are at very crucial position. You can now immediately understand. I can guarantee it will not take you 2 minutes. Let us take the same question. That scheduled caste, let us say there are 15. Scheduled tribe, scheduled caste 2. Scheduled tribe 12. OBC 27. And unreserved what? 59. Suppose this is 2024. Take this example. All 100 people are sitting. Because so far, to be fair to you, I have not given even one illustration explaining that 50% is not applicable on backlog. That I have not given you. Except yesterday when I was explaining 16.4b. But I will give you explanation or illustration of that now, and you are now better positioned to understand it. Now suppose out of these 24, in 2024, let us say in 2025, let us say one scheduled tribe and 1 UR left. So 1 scheduled tribe goes away and 1 UR goes away. Any problem? We can take both scheduled tribe also, no problem. But we are taking 1 scheduled tribe, 1 UR. Now you advertise them in the newspaper. You get your unreserved candidate, but you do not get your scheduled tribe candidate. So you have to keep it vacant. No scheduled tribe is available, you can't take OBC or SC. Suppose a better scheduled caste candidate is available, let us say. PhD Harvard is available. Can you take it? The answer is no, you can't take it. Very simple in this country. It is for scheduled tribe, keep it for scheduled. So in 2025, this is the position. What will I write here? Tell me. What is the data I will write? This is for 2024 I wrote. For 2025 what I write? This becomes 2, this becomes 11, this becomes 27, this becomes wrong. 60 कौन बोला? इसका मतलब सोच नहीं रहे आप. जैसे कुछ भी नहीं है, सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन फिर भी आप सोच नहीं रहे. 60 तो पिछले वाले में हो गया था. इसमें 60 कैसे होगा? इसमें तो हमने 2 वैकेंसी एडवर्टाइज करा है. यूआर के लिए 1 करा है. 1 यूआर चला गया, 1 यूआर आ गया है. कितना यूआर गया था यहाँ से? 1 यूआर यहाँ से चला गया, 1 आ गया, 59 हो गया. यहाँ से एक शेड्यूल ट्राइब गया, वो आया नहीं. Now this will not be 100, this will be, now it's a back. Now next year in 2026, let us say one scheduled caste has left and one UR has left. So what will I advertise in the newspaper? Absolutely correct. One SC, one ST, one UR. Now, out of three, two are reserved that year. But the scheduled tribe vacancy is of the previous year. It will be kept out of the purview of 50%. So that is what the 16.4b is all about. That a backlog vacancy is out of the purview of 50%. So in 2026, if one SC has gone from here and one UR has gone from here, we will advertise one SC, one UR and also one scheduled tribe. So out of three, there are two reserved. But this scheduled tribe is of the previous year. It will be out of the 50% limit. So any backlog vacancy, I am taking only one backlog here. There could be two backlog, three backlog. They will be kept out of the purview of the 50%. So what is the backlog? Backlog is a vacancy which is advertised and you don't get a candidate. Am I clear? Is that okay? Any question you would like to ask me? So by mistake, many organizations have by mistake not filled up scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. It could be mistake, it is intentional, I don't know. But when we see the roster, we find suppose there should be 12 scheduled tribe, there are only 11 scheduled tribe. And all the posts are filled up. So that one question arises, somebody says this is a backlog, sir, this is a backlog. They should have filled up, they have not filled up. Now they should have filled up, they have not filled up, does not make it backlog. Backlog means there should be a vacancy available. If it is a mistake, you can at best set right that mistake in future. But whatever mistake has happened, has happened. It could be intentional, whatever. License officer, job of the license officer is to check the rosters every year. So for a backlog, there has to be a vacancy. Otherwise, it's not a backlog. So can we do the next question? Huh? In fact, there are two questions next. So please do it carefully. If you do it, you will understand. ये रोस्टर आपको इसके बारे में कोई पूछना है तो पूछ सकते हैं आप। ये बड़ा अच्छा बनाया है, वैसे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया वाला ही है, लेकिन आपने थोड़ा थोड़ा कैमरा उन पे भी लगाइए जो नहीं कर रहे हैं कुछ। क्लोजअप मारिए और बाद में एडिट करके एक के बाद उनको लगाइएगा। कोई भी सो रहा है, मान लीजिए आँख किसे ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है, उसका फोटो खींचिए। एविडेंस बेस्ड डिसीजन मेकिंग खूब चला हुआ आजकल इंडिया में। बोलिए। हाँ पॉइंट नंबर 12 पे ओबीसी 3 पॉइंट, हाँ एक्चुअली 12 नंबर उनको ओबीसी दिखाना चाहिए था, उन्होंने गलती से युवा देखा है, तो हमें आपसे ओबीसी चाहिए। यहाँ पे 3 क्रॉस कर रहा है, नहीं तो नहीं मैम बिल्कुल ठीक करिए, वो 3.24 में ओबीसी हो जाना चाहिए ना। हाँ ठीक करा, बिल्कुल ठीक करा। आगे भी हो सकता है जो कुछ, लेकिन बहुत बड़ा कुछ ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा इससे, ऊपर नीचे हो जाएगा। ये क्वेश्चन कर लीजिए, हाँ 4 और 5 बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, डिस्कस करिए अपने नेबर के साथ। और हैं डिस्कस करना है नेबर के साथ। नेबर कौन, आपका नेबर कौन है, इनके साथ डिस्कस। याद रखिएगा ये 100 पॉइंट रोस्टर तब लगेगा जब कार्डर स्ट्रेंथ 2 to 49 है, इसको मत नहीं बोलना है। डिस्कस कर लेना नेबर के साथ, करा नहीं नेबर आपके सामने करिए डिस्कस। आपके लिए क्या रहा डिस्कस करना है, क्या है डिस्कस करिए, डिस्कस है नहीं जब भी डिस्कस करो नेबर उनके साथ करिए, मुड़िए पीछे घूमिए, डिस्कस विद योर नेबर। Discussion with neighbor is the most important thing. Satya will discuss. देखिए चाय पी कर सकते हो, चाय पी लीजिए, एक चाय ब्रेक कर लेते हैं, लेकिन विदाउट डिस्कशन यू कैन मूव। आई विल नॉट लिसन टू एनी आंसर अनलेस ही हैज डिस्कस विद द नेबर। ठीक है, तो चाय पी लेते हैं।